Boys, the back to school commercials, how do they make you feel? I was actually gonna say how they make me feel, but then I was like, wait, how do they make you feel? Back to school commercials.
For some, yep.
Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead.
I just, sorry, I couldn't resist. For someone that's been out of school for a number of years, they still make me mad because it feels like they're still on TV and radio and everything earlier every year. It's like, it seems like it's a day every year. And now we've gone full 2 weeks. July is not appropriate for back to school commercials, period. So yeah, even as somebody not in school, don't have kids in school, still kind of enraged a little bit. That doesn't go away.
I honestly don't have a lot of feelings about them. I will say this from a marketing standpoint, especially after the year we've been in, I could understand this year if they started running them in May because these places don't know how long you're allowed to actually have people come into the store anymore. So I kind of get it.
Yeah, they make me nervous every time I see one. They make me nervous. I get these like chills because, as you guys know, I hated school. So like anytime I see them, and even when I like go to Target and you see how like, you know, Target just like flips the whole store around for certain seasons. Summer, it's all of a sudden there's grills everywhere and it looks all happy over there. There's patio stuff. You're like, do I need a fire pit? No, but like maybe I'll go check it out. And then all of a sudden, like that day in July that Dan was talking about, it just turns orange. And it's pencils and Trapper Keepers and all this stuff. And it's just, it freaks me out. I hate them so much. Like, as good as Mace's Welcome Back is, because that's on every like back to schools commercial,
Mm-hmm.
they still just upset me. I don't know how to get over it.
Well, let's be honest. Why are we selling pencils and Trapper Keepers in 2021 anyway? What are we doing? What if you're buying that stuff for your child, you are setting them back. We need to be buying iPads and iPhones and more iPads. That's what we need to be
backdrops.
buying.
In case when you start to have to Zoom again.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's too much. It's too early. Stop shoving it down their throat. Nobody enjoys it. It's not like where you start selling Halloween candy now, which I've seen, by the way, already, Halloween candy, where you're like, yeah, we're going to get the fat people to buy it now. They'll eat it and then they'll come back and buy more. You're not going to go through a bunch of pencils in the next 3 weeks and be like, damn, we still got to get Skippy some pencils for school. We used them all. So I don't like
it. Do you know a kid named Skippy in 2021?
Yeah. I'm sure he's out there. I'm sure he's an avid listener. Shouts to you, Skippy.
Hey, Skip.
Well, Skippy, good luck with school. This is the Brunch Breakdown. And today on the show, we got a special one for you. We're going to mix things up a little bit because we are doing a Midsummer's Brew. Is that what we're calling it, Dan?
That's
with our friend
Jenkins.
All right, with our friend Jenkins from the Legend Status podcast. We're going to be talking all things beer. So if you're here for Brews Day, just fast forward until the 30-minute mark or so, and we're going to be talking all things beer. We got a bunch of different beer and alcohol topics we're going to be talking about on the show here in just a little bit. But we're talking, we'll be doing what we're listening to here in a second, get it off our chest, and we'll be doing a nice episode of Brunch Court as well. But before we get all started, Dan, let everybody know where they can find this beautiful podcast, The Brunch Breakdown.
Of course, you can find it anywhere you listen to any podcast. That's including Apple Podcasts. That's including Spotify, including Google, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Everywhere they are, we are. You can find us at The Brunch Breakdown. Brand new episodes coming to you, just like this one is, every Thursday morning. Go ahead, hit subscribe wherever you find our podcast so those episodes are ready for you whenever you need them. Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, Friday, weekend jams. We're there for you anytime you need us. And of course, full video episodes are also available on Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern on our Facebook and our YouTube pages, available on demand anytime you want to watch those. Find us there. Speaking of Facebook, we're everywhere on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Triller, TikTok, Skippy, anywhere at Brunch Breakdown. Find us there. And of course, we're about to be talking what we're listening to. That Sounds of Brunch playlist is available every Friday on Spotify as well. Follow that. That gets uploaded, updated, ready for you every Friday to get your weekend going. Sounds of Brunch on Spotify.
Beautiful. Now let's get random topics off our chests. Chris, get us started. What is on your mind today, sir?
Well, my daughter just turned 1 year old recently on
You made
August
it.
3rd. Thanks.
Congrats,
One
my
trip
guy.
around the sun. There you go.
Yeah.
One
You
down.
made You made it.
And I got to tell you guys, being a parent is highly underrated. Okay. Highly underrated because most of the people you probably talk to that have kids, or if the topic gets brought up with a group of people, will tell you all the bad things about being a parent and how difficult it is. And, oh, you better watch out for this and be afraid of this and that and the other thing. And like those things that people bring up, they're true. Like there are some difficult things, like not every day is going to be a cakewalk, but I have to say, through 1 year of being a parent, it is highly underrated for how many good things there are about being a parent, how much fun it is, how enjoyable it is. We've had a blast this first year. It's been awesome. So shout out to my daughter who maybe will listen to this podcast down the road. But I will tell you one thing that I've recently experienced that is legitimately hard, and all future parents should prepare for this. One thing that actually sucks about being a parent is when you childproof everything in your house, and then you have to change everything about the way you used to do things. Okay. My daughter is highly mobile at the moment, pulling herself up on everything, not quite walking yet, but like she's having a blast exploring. So we had to lock everything up. Like everything's locked up. Okay. You need a magic code to get into any door or drawer in our house. And I cannot, like, it's been a month of this now, and I still haven't figured out, like I go to the cabinet door and I pull it and it doesn't open. And I say, oh shit. Every single time. This happens like 20 times a day. It's been happening for 20 times a day for an entire month. And I still haven't figured out that, like, we have these things with a magnet. So you got to take a magnet and put it on the door, and that lets you open the door. That part of being a parent is legitimately hard and something that you need to prepare for right now, because it's going to rock your life. It's going to rock your life. Other than that, parenting, I absolutely love it. I would recommend it to anybody that's interested, but you know, prepare for the childproofing.
Yeah, that's my life. Magnet locks on, because we had to hide the knives. So the knives are like now in a different place where Saoirse can't get to them with the magnets. All the, and of course, all the cleaning supplies, they have the magnets on them. Then we have different
like
other
Sonoma.
locks.
It's like Williams Sonoma. It's behind the glass. You just got to get the key from,
Yeah, it's serious, dude. It's serious. Like when you're trying to buy, like, I don't know, something from the store, and it's like, you go to Target or Walmart, there's stuff up behind the glass. You got to like hit the button, and you're like, and for somebody to come help you with that, like paint, that's what it's like living at my house. Like I have to hit the button and then have somebody help me to open some stuff. Yeah, it's tough. But not to gross you out, Dan, hashtag poop talk. We'll start this segment on the Brunch Breakdown.
Ooh, let's go.
You know what else is hard about being a parent? Because I love being a parent too. And I told you this when you were like having a kid or thinking about having a kid. I was like, it's great. Everyone talks about the bad. It's stupid. Yeah. But anyways, diarrhea.
The great equalizer. Undefeated.
Dude, undefeated. You think the Chicago Bulls are a dynasty? No. Diarrhea, undefeated. No one's beat.
Doesn't matter who you are.
And you know what?
Taking you down.
There's never a last dance. It never ends.
No, never ends. No, there's no cute documentary with it all summed up and Michael Jordan walking to the sunset. No. Diarrhea is staying here, and it will be here to stay. There is no bigger dynasty because diarrhea, there's no cure for diarrhea. There's no vaccine for diarrhea. No. Like we saw chickenpox go away in our lifetime. Diarrhea still here.
Yeah.
Diarrhea will always be here. And it's disgusting. And dude, my daughter brought some stomach flu home, and then my son got it, and then she just kept going. And like, you can't give kids medicine like you do us. So like, it's like 7 days, 10 days. It felt like it was never ending. Ooh. To the fact that now that they're well, their poop is great. I'm like, wow, this poop is, I missed you.
It really lowers your bar for expectations of like what's great.
Like, I missed that poop. I literally almost shed a tear. I'm like, wow, this is normal poop. This is beautiful. Because my God, dude, wet diarrhea, cleaning, just, it's disgusting. But yeah, parenting's great, except for diarrhea and magnet locks.
Yeah. That's all.
Dan, get it off your chest.
Oh, my Lanta. All right. So this could, I guess, kind of tie into parenting in a way, and more of when your children are growing up and become a little bit older. One thing I want to say is, don't be afraid. This is to the younger kids out there now, or Skippy listening. Don't be afraid to be different from your parents or just older generations than you. So put it into perspective. I saw a dude on the road the other day on his big Harley, no helmet on, Fu Manchu, cigar. It's like a rush hour, and the dude's just going out for a joyride. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, are we going to have these Hulk Hogan looking dudes on motorcycles without helmets in like 20 and 30 and 40 years from now? Is that like person, that character, still going to be a thing? Are younger generations, kids of his, going to see that and be like, that's normal? So that thing, like diarrhea, will never go away. It's always going to be there. I don't know. It made me think deep into the future, and for kids to not be afraid to change of what they think is normal and what they are taught and what they're used to. Like, I started thinking about it a little bit more, and I'm like, these type of guys, there's plenty of these type of guys, and they're basically just all old wrestlers. Like, they look like The Undertaker. That guy looked like Hulk Hogan. You have the Ric Flair guys that are still in their 70s, wearing suits, styling and profiling. Those guys are still out there. Guys like Vince McMahon that think they literally own everything and know everything. You have the Stone Cold Steve Austin, the guy with the goatee, the bald head. You can find him in any bar, drinking probably trash beer. Let's be honest. Mick Foley, plenty of those guys out there, fat, wear sweatpants out in public, don't care what they look like. So I don't know. Is this like a wrestler trend continue? We have a bunch of John Cena's coming up on four-wheelers in a couple of years with the bright shirts, the You Can't See Me's, Bray Wyatt face masks, Daniel Bryan environmentally friendly type of adults. Is this like, do we get ensconced in these characters? A famous person once said, don't be a caricature, Kevin. Don't be a caricature. And that's my advice to the younger generation. Be yourself.
Solid quote. It's funny about bikers, because I have thought many a time, like, isn't it so weird that like what about liking motorcycles makes everyone look like that?
Right.
Exactly. We all love football, but we all look different, right? We all we don't all dress the same way. We don't all there's most hobbies, the people that are into that hobby don't also all look exactly the same, but like for some reason, motorcycles, we gotta stop that trend right now.
Break it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, when I see that too, I'm just like, how old are you? You must be younger than like what I think, but I don't know. I feel like it's slowly but surely it'll get taken away by something else, but I don't know what that other thing is.
Yeah.
Because less and less there's people are on motorcycles now, but I'm like, what is taking over that motorcycle thing? That's a good question.
Smart cars.
That's the question. Yeah, maybe so that character dies, but it just gets replaced with something else where in 70 years they're going, man, are these guys still all looking this way? Like, why? Who knows? Bunch of 50 years from now, a bunch of hipster looking guys that isn't a trend anymore will be, I don't know, on a boat. Something weird. That could be it.
One.
Yeah. Or maybe like the hoverboards, but like there'll be actual hoverboards by that point, but we'll still be rolling around them on wheels, like the old school hoverboards or like scooters or something like that. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, boys.
Yourself.
Well, dude, I'm thinking about what that thing is that people are going to replace motorcycles with. Like, what is going to be that? Dang. All right. We'll think about that next episode. Let us at Brunch Breakdown. All right. Well, I'm going to get this off my chest. All right, boys. Kanye. We are picking a new stadium now. That is what was reported yesterday. But today, he was spotted in the Atlanta Falcons Stadium walking around. A chef who apparently Kanye yelled at for wearing a white coat. You know, chefs wear white. Kanye was mad he was not wearing all black like everyone in Kanye's like posse. If you saw any of the thing, everybody was wearing black. Any of the listening party part 2, everyone was wearing black. He was mad the chef wasn't wearing black. And that same chef posted on Instagram, Kanye walking around the stadium. So I ask you guys in this Get It Off My Chest, if you had to pick since the NFL season's getting ready to start, if you had to pick an NFL stadium to finish your album, where are you finishing it?
Ooh.
Probably Vegas.
Oh. No, that's brilliant.
Solid.
Because not only are you
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, not only are you in Vegas, but like it sure sounds like the amenities of that stadium are pretty classic.
I haven't been to Jerry World, but knowing who Jerry Jones is and what he builds and things he does makes me think that that place is probably pretty souped up. I know it's a couple of years old now, but it's the largest one. So there's got to be, you're not going to stick Kanye in a closet or me in a closet. There's plenty of, I'm sure there's bedrooms and whatnot going on in that stadium knowing Jerry Jones. So I might lean Dallas if I'm not going Vegas.
Yeah, see, I wish I would have thought the way that you guys thought, because I immediately thought New Orleans. It's like, put me in the Superdome. But the Superdome is old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have the amenities of what new stadiums have. But I immediately thought New Orleans because I was like, I think it would be so much fun to finish doing an album, having that energy at the Superdome, like in New Orleans, and feel that energy when you're walking the streets. I feel like that would be nice. But Kanye's looking for a new stadium. We're told. We don't know yet. So those are some options for Kanye. If you're listening, Kanye, we know you or someone is a big fan of this podcast.
We know it's not Green Bay because Green Bay is not a vacation destination. You only go there to play with Aaron Rodgers. So we know that's off the table.
It's true.
It would be amazing if he was just like, you know what? I'm going to go finish this in Pittsburgh. Heinz Field, here I come. Kanye's just hanging out in the Ring of Honor.
Heinz Field just rated 8th worst NFL game day experience from all NFL teams, according to the NFL Network. So, sure.
I mean, what's worse? I'm just wondering what's worse. Like how?
What are the 7 worse than that?
There's nothing more annoying than going to the North Shore on a Steeler game day. Like, and nothing more difficult than doing that. If you're not from there, oh my God, what? Terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I need that list of those other 7. I'd be interested.
All right, well, let's get into the main course. Since we are not doing Brews Day until later on, let's get into what we're listening to. What music are we listening to this week? Dan, get us started. What do you listen to, man?
I'm starting off with an artist I featured a few months ago, somebody that I had recently discovered a little while back and really got into his sound. No Disco. One word, No Disco. He's kind of got that electric alternative style going on. and he's back with a new track called Everything Happens, and it's very punchy, dancey, upbeat, and which is different from the lyrics themselves are more sad lyrics. And this is starting to become a little bit more common trend where you have a sad song lyrically, but the artist just takes the direction, it takes it in a whole nother direction. It's upbeat. And that's what this song is. Everything Happens, my no disco. Guy's still getting started early in his career, but I've really loved almost everything he puts out. So hope you guys will enjoy that one.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, I'll go next. Justin Bieber is being very underrated right now in this world, because I'm seeing all these people, because the Grammy deadline is up this month. I'm seeing a lot of people not mention Justin Bieber's justice in this conversation. So, Grammy voters, I know you listen to the Brunch Breakdown. I need you to take a listen to Justice again, because this album is arguably the best pop album put out this year. I love this album so much. I listened to it again, like, am I missing something? No, I'm not missing anything. This album's still great. And I want to put on the playlist Love You Different and Loved by You, featuring Beam and Burna Boy, and those two songs together. And they're followed by Peaches, by the way, but I don't need to put that on the playlist. Everyone knows that song. But that 3-song stretch right there is as good as any 3-song stretch on any album that's come out this year. So putting that on the playlist.
I like it. Listen up.
Listen up.
It's hard for Bieber to be underrated.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's a little frustrating. All this
tell.
Olivia Rodrigo talk has gotten a little out of control.
Well, I didn't know about it, but now I'm not happy about it.
It's out of control.
This is a song that I think the sounds of Brunch sent me to. So once again, if you've not listened to the playlist before, no, normally the segment is at the end, right? So you're listening to this segment for the first time on the podcast. Our playlist not only has great music on it, but it sends you to great music. The band Lost Kings, have we featured them?
Yeah.
We have. Okay, so this is where I get worried that I'm putting a song on.
A while ago, though. Yeah, it's been a little while. It's fine.
I Miss the Future. Have we put that song on the playlist before?
I don't think so.
Okay, perfect. Because this is, I'm pretty confident in saying this is the song of COVID. Okay, this is like the COVID anthem for anybody over the last 18 months plus that has been frustrated at some point in time about wanting to do something and having it be canceled. Okay. The song talks about like all the parties that you were planning to go to, the flights you were going to take, the rooftop parties you were going to have. And now you're just instead sitting at home watching Netflix on your computer. It is fantastic. It's catchy. It's going on the playlist. I think you guys are going to love it.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Like it. What you got, Dan?
Oh, was it me? Man,
Yeah,
we're already around the horn. Jeez. Hippocampus.
Sure.
I think I may have put them on of course. I may have put them on a while ago. Maybe the first rendition of the Brunch Breakdown when we were doing these type of things, but they released a new song called Sex Tape because of course they did. But it's actually a pretty summery, laid back alternative jam, good for the windows down. It kind of reminded me at first, it kind of has a little bit of the 1975 vibes mixed with this like Californian twist, somewhat mashed together. We got to get all these summer tracks in as summer starts to wind down before time is running out. So this is a good one, reminding people, hey, it's still summer. We still got summer jams. It may not be the best for family cookouts, just based on the lyrics and the title of the song, but a really, really solid song. Really good one to enjoy the rest of summer with. Sex Tape by Hippocampus.
Nice. Last week, Dan, you were like, nobody mentioned Billie Eilish's album. That's because I didn't get a chance to sit with it yet. Okay. I got a chance to listen to it. And because you can't listen to Billie Eilish in the car, not good car music. I don't think so. Headphone music. It's Billie Eilish. This album is really freaking good. Sounds super different. Feel like it's more of like an R&B album, which I didn't expect more than anything. And I really, really like it. But song I want to put on is I Didn't Change My Number. Love that song. And I just want to put that on the playlist. I love that song. Billy Boston. It's hard to pick one. I love this album so much. But yeah, Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish. Check it out if you haven't.
That album is also not suitable for trying to lift heavy weight. Just put it out there.
No.
Yeah, I need to find a new environment to listen to that one. Lil Lotus, Think of Me Tonight is like right in the wheelhouse of the whole MGK 2020s pop punk revival thing that's going on right now. And it's another one. Sounds of Brunch sent me right to it, went through the whole discography, loved everything in there, but Think of Me Tonight is probably my favorite song. I would encourage you to, if you like that song, to listen to more, but that's the one I'll put on the playlist for this week.
All right. So the last one I have is a Chris Gates special.
Ooh.
We're throwing it back a little bit. Typically, I don't throw it back too often on the Sounds of Brunch, but I'm doing it this week because I was listening to one of the greatest radio stations in the history of mankind, Pop 2K, otherwise known as Pop DK. My specialty. You can hear me DJ on there from 4 to 6 Monday through Thursday. Sum 41, Summer, off of All Killer, No Filler, which I think, Chris, you mentioned a while ago, is like 20 years old this year. That song is so underrated and so easily forgotten.
Yeah.
Because they have so many other good songs, and that album itself is loaded. It's a perfect song all around. It's, when I heard it again not that long ago, I'm like, I forgot this is easily one of my favorite songs of Sum 41. And what you were just talking about there, actually, Chris, with MGK and this like pop punk revival, like this song, this style that Sum 41 had could easily still be popular today. The style that they approach the music, it still bangs, and it could be, if it was new music, it still could be. And this song is a perfect example of it. Summer, Sum 41.
I started hearing the beginning of that song the minute you said the name of it. You're right. Yeah, that's a really good song. That's a really good song.
Well, I'm throwing it back too, guys. Mainly because we talked about Wisconsin last week, which made me think of Wisconsin and T-Pain's I Can't Believe It. And
we almost had another drink spill out of Chris. That's 2 weeks in a row. We almost lost it.
And Wisconsin.
Check that video.
Hey, guys, that one, I put it on the playlist. I love that song. I played it like 4 times because I'm typing Wisconsin. And I'm like, Wisconsin is like all I could think about when I'm typing Wisconsin. And yeah, I can't believe it. T-Pain, put that on the playlist, man.
I love that. I love that so much. All right, I got two for you guys, because since we're doing throwbacks, my daughter's favorite thing to say right now is da, 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 da. Do you remember there was a song in like the 90s that was just called da, da, da,
da, da, da. It's on a commercial again. They just put that on a commercial. I was
really?
like, whoa, yeah.
I don't know who sings it, but we'll find it. We'll put it on the playlist. There's your throwback. And then here's the throwback artist, but with a new song. Newfound Glory has a new song out called Backseat, and it goes. I mean, man, you talk about Sum 41, how good they were back in the day and like how they still hold up. I think the greatest pop punk band of all time is Newfound Glory. All props to Blink-182 for starting, blowing the scene up and all that stuff. But like, no pop punk band has consistently pumped out very, very good music like Newfound Glory, and they just continue to do it. This song is tremendous, tons of energy. I think you guys are going to love it. So we'll throw that on there as well with Da Da Da.
You will not find a more eclectic mix of music than the Sounds of Brunch, brought to you every week. You are welcome.
No, you won't. And Da 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 is by the group, the German band Trio. Song was released in 1982.
Oh, really?
Ooh, really?
Yes. 1982.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, shouts to them.
So, if that is the right song, because honestly,
That sounds old.
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. I have no idea who sang the song. So like,
yeah.
But I know the song. But the thing is, it doesn't help you on Google, because like Google has like the questions and you like click down. It's like, what is the Da 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 song? What song goes da 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 da? How can you find the song by humming da da da?
Da, da, da,
What movie
da, da, da.
is da 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 in? who did da da da. So yeah, doesn't help. And there's a lot of different answers for them. So just I'm guessing it's trio. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So
It's trio or someone else. I don't know.
That track didn't make our best of now bracket. We didn't make that one of the best. It didn't reach topic there, unfortunately.
It's true.
All right, well, let's get into brunch court. I know we got a couple items. Dan, what are we judging? What food are we picking or dissing today, man?
Yeah, we haven't done brunch court in a little while, so we've got some special ones here today, very unique ones here today. Chris, let's pull up the ramen item first. As we pull that up, again, perfect reason to watch these videos on YouTube and Facebook, which you can see right here. Yes, indeedy. Cup of noodles, pumpkin spice flavor. This is a real thing. This isn't one of those jokes that you see this time of year, every year. Cup of noodles, pumpkin spice flavor. These are exclusive to Walmart. Will be out in October. And believe it or not, we can comment on this separately, perhaps, but the press release suggests topping the noodles with whipped cream for, quote, the full pumpkin spice experience. Very, very interesting here. Pumpkin spice flavor with other natural flavors, ramen noodles in sauce. Cup of noodles. We all know, we've all been to college. Boys, loving to get your takes on pumpkin spice ramen noodles.
No.
This is going to be the quickest one we've ever done because the answer is no.
Can I any deeper explanation as to why? Is it just the stigma of what pumpkin spice season is and it's going too far? Or do you legitimately think this would not taste good?
No, it has nothing to do. There are good things that have pumpkin spice in them that taste good, Dan. I know that you are flying that flag. Okay. I know.
Yeah.
Not dissing pumpkin spice here, just dissing this terrible idea. This is no, I go back to what I say every time we have a terrible idea on this show. No one was asking for this. No one needs this. Of course, it's exclusive to effing Walmart. Okay. This is just, no, it's just, it sounds disgusting. And even like the way that you prepare ramen, right? You heat it up with like the water and stuff like that. And then you're going to put whipped cream on it. Like, what are we doing? That's just, it's stupid. Stop it.
Yeah. Listen, ramen is fine. Like, but nobody wants to put pumpkin spice on their noodles. That's disgusting. I'm sorry, Dan. Yeah, some pumpkin spice stuff is fine. This is not. And then the whipped cream part. I don't even want to watch a video of someone doing that. I might throw up.
Yeah, I'm with you. The whipped cream part is taking it a little too far. And now, I'll be honest, when I first saw this, I thought, disgusting. No, terrible, bad, downgrade, guilty. But then I thought about it. Okay. Trying to, get my pumpkin spice coat, take it off, just from a normal taste perspective. I think this would actually taste pretty good. I do. This is more of the sweet than this, or the, sweet than savory. So you have to realize that. I think that's why they threw the whipped cream thing in there, because it's like, this isn't really dinner. This is a late night snack. You're getting a little bit of that sweet, that pumpkin spice. It's not like it's going to have chicken broth in it where it's going to taste disgusting with your hot water. I think this could actually be decent. Chris, you're right. They probably sold it to Walmart and they're like, sure, we'll take it. No one else wants it. Glad to have it. But I actually think this could be decent. Maybe not good, but decent. So I'm gonna say thumbs up.
Dan, this is just proof that things get worse when you start thinking.
Because I just love that you were like, I thought this was terrible, but then I thought to myself, can the pumpkin spice king not like this?
Yeah.
That's
right.
What you did. That's exactly what you did just now. And yes,
I
you are allowed to not like
things.
it.
I think there probably are things that are pumpkin spice that I would say flag on the play, too far.
That's not
and
true,
that's
Dan.
what I first did here. I picked up the flag. I reviewed it and I picked up the flag. So that's where I stand.
If you're willing to eat this with whipped cream on it, you will not say no to anything pumpkin spice. I refuse. There's nothing pumpkin spice that you can't like You'll be like, yeah, pumpkin spice chicken wings. Cool. Gonna eat them. Because if you're gonna eat that, then you'll eat anything pumpkin spice, Dan. Sorry.
I'm
no in
not
between.
I'm not a Walmart shopper by any means, but I'm gonna have to put a reminder on my phone in October to try to go find this because we can do this taste test on the air. We haven't done one in a little while, but I'll ship one to each of you fellas as well.
I just want to point out that a lot of video reviews go wrong. Okay. And, answer me this, Dan. Did Jesse James score a touchdown way back in the day? Did he score?
He did. I was actually at that game. He did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just remember that every time you go to video review for your pumpkin spice stuff. What are we doing next? That was great.
Oh.
So next, this one's going to be, I think, even more interesting. We're talking ice cream, but we're talking Cheetos, specifically hot Cheetos. Okay. So this is from Marble Slab Creamery. They're mostly located in the South, kind of like how the Cold Stone branches and things like that are. This is Flaming Hot Cheetos, ice cream, and milkshakes. They say that the flavor it's a sweet cream based ice cream mixed with Flamin' Hot Cheetos. You can see on the photo here, the milkshake looks pink because it's probably ice cream mixed with that and topped with a little sprinkle of the Cheetos on top. And the ice cream looks kind of like a regular flavored vanilla ice cream, but it's got sprinkles of Flamin' Hot Cheetos all over it. They probably mix it in there on the slab for you. The tagline here is surprisingly cool, but boys, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, ice cream, and shakes. What do you think? Is this the summer treat that you need?
No. Again, no. Who was like, I want that milkshake looks like you're drinking hot sauce. Like you took a milkshake and you put hot sauce in it and stirred it up. Who wants that? I don't want that.
Yeah.
No, this is a bad idea.
To Dee Dee's point, I've never thought, what would make this ice cream better is if it made me sweat. With that said, so this is a terrible idea, but we compare this to the one we just reviewed. I would actually try this because it sounds so weird. So like, I think that's important to mention because we've all said no to a lot of things in Brunch Court over the episodes, but we've often said, but I would try it. And for this one, I would try it just because it is so strange. But at the end of the day, I know I would not like it. And I think it's dumb. And yeah, it's just no.
Yeah. Big time guilty for me here too. I went over the whole spice and heat thing last week in the chest segment. And this basically could fall into that category. Not that you basically would get a lot of pain out of this, but this just doesn't sound like the flavor. There's a reason this hasn't been done before. Okay. There's a reason this hasn't been done before. It works with tacos at Taco Bell, I'm sure, but certainly not with ice cream. Certainly not with milkshakes. I mean, no, the hot and cold thing. There's a reason there's separate knobs on sinks. Don't mix them together in a desserts. Guilty as charged.
Yeah. Like I like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I don't want them near my ice cream. Like nowhere near my ice cream. I wouldn't even try this because of if you rewind back to what I talked about earlier in the podcast about diarrhea, that's what that looks like. Drink that milkshake and you know what you're getting. Like if you drink that milkshake, you're like, oh man, I got so sick after. Yeah, you shouldn't be shocked. Shouldn't be shocked at all. This is all bad. Bad.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Well, that was Brunch Court for this week. It was a wild one, a wild episode. I know I had those ones waiting. I knew they would be good.
That's a rough one. Well, this is the Brunch Breakdown. And coming up next, we are going to do something special. We're going to do a Midsummer's Brew with our friend Jenkins of the Legend Status podcast. So if you're waiting for Brews Day, it is coming up next.
So Dee Dee talked about a new segment here, and it's a new segment with me, the legend. Nobody else. I've got a reservation at this brunch table. And guess what? This legendary seat is for me. And you all can join too, I guess. They invite you to the brunch table every single Thursday. And you happily walk yourselves up to this brunch table and feast. It's my turn. I get to join. I'm here at the brunch table live with the boys from Brunch, Chris, Dan, and Didi, the Brunch Breakdown. Boys, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
What's up, dude? What's the green
Legend.
belt? What's the green belt above your head? What's that?
That right there is my 24/7 WWE championship that a certain groom in this group has bestowed upon me for being the best man at his wedding.
How do you not say that on the podcast? How did I not know that you handed him a belt to be the best man? Dan, you are the worst. We just talked for like 15 minutes about pumpkin spice ramen noodles, and you don't tell us that you actually had a great story about how you picked your best man. Why do we do this podcast with you?
I don't know.
Dan.
I shared my daughter's diarrhea with you. God.
Dan, the listeners of the Brunch Breakdown have established a very close, intimate, dare I say, relationship with us. And for you to not share that with them is just wrong, you know? And,
Yes.
you know, I know Kanye is going to listen to this tomorrow and he's going to be really upset. And, you know, that may influence where he finishes recording his album. And it's all because of you. He may end up doing it in Cleveland, and that's your fault.
Oh, well, my sincerest apologies to the entire Brunch Breakdown audience for not mentioning that story. Yes, that's the 24/7 championship, which is all around hilarious on WWE programming. But 24/7 had a different meaning for this, and that's how he was bestowed that wonderful championship. The legend.
It was a legendary story is what it was. I won't bore you with the details, but it really was. When he presented that championship, it was just kind of, and I'll back him up on this. I'm sure he was waiting for, the legend to tell the story. He didn't want to necessarily steal the thunder, even though it was, for him. So
Yes,
that's how I'll back him up on that. But moving forward, or I guess past the 24/7 championship, guys, we're here to do something for all of our listeners, the OGs, the Brunch guests. I know we talked about this before, Dan and I, about what you call your fans, but I'll just happily refer to them as Brunch guests. We're here to do a certain Midsummer's Brew. And I'm really stoked to be on here with you guys, join you at the brunch table. I appreciate you accepting my invitation. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that.
This will be fun.
Yeah, of course, man. We're glad we could finally do this. We heard the pleas, we got the DMs, we got the messages. And here we are to talk all things beer with you.
Joke's on you. Half of them were made up people that I pretended to be and sent you DMs just so it would seem more of a need. But that's
Cool.
under the rug.
Thanks, Kevin Durant. That's cool.
Anyway, so for those of you who don't know me, I am the legend. You can find me when I'm not at the brunch table every other Tuesday on all your favorite streaming sites, as in Apple the Podcast, Google the Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, and SoundCloud. You can find me on Twitter at BRJ_, or I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead to Untapped. I'm thirsty. You can find me on Twitter at Legend Status Pod. You can also find me on Untapped at BRJ_the_legend. Brunch Boys, I know we're going to,
Yeah, I was going to say, and of course, for your listeners, you know where to find us at Brunch Breakdown. We appreciate the shouts out you give us every week there, my friend. You can find the Brunch Breakdown everywhere that you find the Legend Status Podcast, plus other ones like iHeartRadio, every social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Triller, TikTok, at Brunch Breakdown. Just find us there.
I realize I'm the only one yelling right now. I don't know why I'm yelling. I'm just sitting here yelling into my microphone as usual.
We're going to be asked to leave this table for brunch if you don't calm down.
I'm just so excited. That's the Midsummer's Brew. And for the record, I did spell it wrong. Midsummer's Night's Eve or Eve's Dream or whatever it is actually SUMMERS. So it's
That
actually
sounded like, I think that's a porn film, my dude.
Yeah.
Midsummer Eve's Dream. I think that has a
Just-
different meaning.
Yeah, it's just Midsummer Night's Dream. That's it. There's no not Midsummer Night's Wet Dream or anything like that. It's just Midsummer Night's Dream.
I didn't do so well in English, let alone Shakespeare culture in college. So that's clearly showing right now. So just a little bit about the Midsummer's Brew, which is actually spelled SUMMERS, as we just painfully explained. We've had a lot of beers. I've had a lot of beers. The Brunch Breakdown's had a lot of beers, and we want to talk about them. I know a lot of you guys out there that are listening want to know more about craft beer, and you rely on the legend, and you rely on Brews Day to find out what to drink next. So this is a guide. Consider this your encyclopedia of craft beer for this past year and for this upcoming year. So Brunch Breakdown, what I was wanting to start off with is something that's somewhat like beer, but deserves to be on the menu, as you call it, seltzers. I want to talk about the seltzer game. I know a lot of you guys, like I said, one of you likes a German beer that tastes like beer. I know some of you like rosé tasting alcoholic beverages, and one of you is a craft beer aficionado without the D. Again, English. Tell me what you think. Yay or nay to seltzers? Anybody who wants to take it away.
Who's going on this?
Who's got the shortest stick?
I'll go first. I love seltzers. Seltzers are great because you can smash a bunch of them and you don't really get too shit-faced. So I like them. They're perfect for beach chills, like just hanging out at the beach. You can just pound a couple seltzers. Everything is good. And you don't get that beer, you don't feel all like, huge after you have a few. And it's great to drink in the sun. Seltzers. I'm all for them. All for them.
Dan.
I'm not for seltzers. And it's because for every reason that Didi just gave, I wish I was into seltzers. I can't get behind the carbonated seltzer water. There's something there in the taste that I don't like. I like other carbonated beverages. Pop is fine. I don't drink it, but the taste of seltzers, I just can't do it. I try a lot of them. My fiance enjoys them. I try hers. There's probably about a 5% mark of seltzers that I actually enjoy or would enjoy. I don't know what it is. I wish I could have a lower ABV drink that isn't a Corona or a Trash Light. Unlike what we've got here today that I'll show you when we do Brews Day here momentarily. But yeah, I wish I could get behind them, especially for the summertime, but there's just a taste thing there for me.
Yeah, I'm not that big of a fan. I've tried, I don't know. I feel like I've tried the majority of them, and I'm kind of in the same boat as Dan, where it's like something about seltzer water, soda water, club soda, whatever you want to call it. Like, I think it's just like you either really love it or you really hate it. And I'm not a big fan. Now, there are some seltzers that really kind of mask it with the flavor, which is nice. But then I feel like, for me with my in terms of alcohol, what I enjoy is kind of not on the sweeter side, but most seltzers tend to be on the sweeter side. And sure. I don't like to put down a ton of those. My stomach doesn't like it. So yeah, I'm just not a fan, but to Didi's points, I certainly think that they have a place, and like Dan and I seem to be on the outside looking in because everybody loves this stuff.
Yeah. Minority for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, Steel City, I know that you weren't a huge fan of seltzers. I've drank a good amount of beers with you, as seen on my show. I feel like I've mentioned your name like 6 million times per episode because of something that I've drank with you. But I'm alongside Didi here. I do like the seltzer game. I think light beer can kind of taste like metal. It tastes metallic to me, and it's filling. So for me, to want to be drunk and not taste metal, I'm seltzer boy shouty all day. That's the legend. It's just going to be seltzers during the summer. I mean, I don't want them during the winter. It's cold. I mean, beers are supposed to be cold, but you want like a heavier beer there for the summer. I'm all day seltzer.
Well, yes, that's a great point, because you talked about not for the winter. Seltzers typically aren't for the winter, but Bud Light has something else in mind. Isn't that right? Let's talk about what Bud Light has in store for the fall in the seltzer market.
Bud Light is first. I'll start off like this. The Bud Light seltzer game is actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I never liked Bud Light in my life. Their seltzer game is pretty good. They're releasing fall flavor seltzers. So
we're doing this again.
I just saw Dee Dee's face, and they're releasing fall flavors, and I know someone's pumpkin spiced ass is ready. Me, I don't know. Unless they have pumpkin pie, if they can hit that, I'm in. And yes, that's what she said. But I mean, fall flavors for seltzer, I don't know. A lot of the fall flavors for me kind of taste like leaves, you know, like one of the, I forget who did it, but it's one of the pumpkin beers, one of the million pumpkin beers they sold out of Permane Brothers at one point. Tasted like leaves. But as long as they don't do that, I'm okay. What about you?
I think you've been eating too many candles there lately there, Legend. So the variety pack of fall flavors for Bud Light seltzers this year are apple crisp, maple pear, toasted marshmallow, and you damn right, pumpkin spice.
So this is Mr. Legend, sir. You joined us after Dan just tried to back up the idea of pumpkin spice ramen noodles with whipped cream on it. And I don't think Dan should get to talk about this. So Dee Dee and I will continue.
Yes.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't get this at all. Seltzers are supposed to be light, refreshing, and a lot of the flavors that Dan just mentioned and the time of year just doesn't scream seltzer to me. But admittedly, I already said I don't like seltzers. So Dee Dee, I feel like this is really your kind of, if you will, brunch court to lay the hammer down.
Listen, this is disgusting to me, but I will say, I know that I'm going to end up trying these at some point because seltzers are everywhere you go now. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what you do. And, you know, and if, who knows, if we happen to be able to leave our houses this year for the holiday seasons, these will be around. These will be at everyone's Halloween, whether you go to, you go to someone's house for, I don't know, for a Halloween party or whatever it is, or Thanksgiving. These are going to be there, like, for sure. So I feel like at some point, all of us are going to be trying an apple crisp seltzer of some sort, because they're going to be everywhere and you're just going to see it and you're like, well, whatever. My wife will finish this, I guess. So you'll try it. So.
I don't know about apple crisp, but I know that I'll be a toasty marshmallow boy. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, now they're getting into that. I had that craft beer streak on Brews Day for a while where there was marshmallow in the beer for a long time. So yeah, as much of an anti-seltzy that I am, I'm certainly interested in trying all of these. I hope I like the pumpkin spice one. And now I'll just have to load up for the summer like I do every other pumpkin spice food flavor or variety. That's right. But maybe this is is this like California fall, Dee Dee, where you can still be drinking seltzers because it's warm out, but it's like, hey, you want to taste how fall used to taste back home? Here you go.
That's fair.
No, hold on.
That's fair.
You guys tailgate every Saturday or whatever. Like, these will be there. Someone's
but they shouldn't.
These.
They shouldn't, though.
Like, someone is absolutely bringing these.
You're right, but they shouldn't. I just thought the seltzer game should stay in your lane. You have the summer, you dominate the summer. Let everybody else, let liquor and craft beer take over for the cold seasons. Okay. California falls and in the South, I can kind of understand.
As a quick aside, remember when I tasted all that low calorie beer, which is like kind of almost like seltzers to begin with? Mm-hmm. I'm going to be peddling Icy Light Mango to anybody that comes to my tailgate. I got to get rid of this shit. I got so much of it. There's going to be a cooler. There's going to be a cooler where all the shitty beer goes, and then that's free to anybody. And if anybody brings these seltzers, they're going in the cooler with the Icy Light Mango because I got to get rid of it.
Oh boy, we gotta talk Brews Day here. We gotta get some good beers. We're talking Midsummer's beer. We're getting way outside the realm here. I don't like this. I don't like where this is going.
We got an Icy Light Mango on the menu today.
That's a brunch special for you.
Oh boy, can't wait. $4.99. Let's go. Let's do Brews Day. I've never introduced a Brews Day. I do beer of the week over there on the legend status, but What do you guys? So, Danny, why don't you start us off for a Brews Day? Let's get it cooking.
All right, here's what I'm sipping on this week for Brews Day. Since it's our midsummer's our midsummer's brew, our midsummer night's brew, our midsummer's wet dream brew, whatever it is. Like I am gonna pick my favorite beer from this year. That's what I brought. I came heavy. I came with my favorite beer this year, Golden Road Palisades Pineapple. This is my favorite beer.
Let's go.
This year. I always have to pick it up now. Like I'll pick up other beers for Brews Day, but always have to have this. When I run low, I got to get this. It's a wheat beer. It's got pineapple and it's just awesome. And as you will learn, Legend, me and Chris are not the great beer explainers as you and Dan are. So this is great. And I like it.
Didi, I respect that description. I
like that too.
I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying. I feel like I can taste the beer based off of what you said, and it sounds phenomenal.
That's what I mean.
I'm all about that.
And like the can is literally just it's the PCH. It's freaking the Pacific Palisades. It's pretty
beautiful.
Great. It's just the beach.
I get
it's
so
amazing.
jealous every time you talk about that beer. Oh boy. Great pick for today. Great pick.
That's great. I like that.
Chris, what are you sipping on?
All right. I promised last week on the brunch breakdown that I was bringing a beer to Brews Day.
Ooh.
That
Thank you. Thank you for doing that, Chris.
Oh, cool. Groundbreaking. That was going to be right up Steel City Dan's alley. And
yes.
I think I'm delivering here. As Wisconsin's one true son, this beer is from
you and Giannis.
That's right. one of two true sons from Waunakee, Wisconsin.
Bless you.
This is a black and blue chocolate chip pancake stout.
Oh,
from Untitled Art. Okay. And here is the can.
Yes.
One of the specialties of this brewery is their can art. Okay. So that's right up
Untitled
Dan's
Art.
alley.
Yes. Amazing.
Who are you?
They have some tremendous beers that I'm trying to get my hands on more of. But this one, I had to taste it ahead of time because, like Didi said, like me and Didi don't have the descriptions that Dan has. Okay, and given that I was going to have a Steel City Dan beer, I had to have a taste of this beforehand. And all I can tell you is that this tastes like you're eating chocolate chip pancakes. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. Dan, I am going to see you tomorrow. Legend, I'm also going to see you tomorrow. And I will be bringing one for both of you to try.
Oh,
wow.
That's
incredible.
This is lovely. Okay.
That's legendary.
That is.
Oh boy.
That's legendary.
Happy
Many
Brews Day.
thank yous in advance. Untitled Art. I know the brewery. I've never been able to get my hands on it. The can is beautiful. It sounds even more beautiful running down your throat, Chris. I can't wait to see and taste that tomorrow. And I'm talking about you.
I will tell you, Dan, there's a sour that I had from them 2 weekends ago when I got this, and it legitimately might be the best beer I've ever tasted. So I got to get my hands on more of it. And when I do, I will share where I can. Shout out to my brother-in-law, Dan, for this one. Dan, you're a good man.
Good man.
Problem for you though, is that now we demand more.
Yes. Hey, we'll hook him up. We'll find out the exchange. We'll make that happen. Amazing.
I just want to know before we go on, like what happened? You've grown in craft beer. I mean, I remember not too long ago, and I made a joke already, but about how you brought a German beer and you're like, this tastes like beer. It's okay. And now you're like, I've got a double chocolate chip stout from, it's thrilling. I'm really
the
proud
power
of you.
Brews Day. The power of Brews Day.
I'm a dad now. I'm growing up. You know, this is how it goes. This is how it works.
Amazing. Well, what I've got today is another very, very special beer near and dear to my heart that I saved for this very special episode. It's a collaboration between two of my favorite breweries in the history of mankind, Cinderlands Beer Company and Evergreen Brewing Company, both Pennsylvania-based, one Western, one Central. Evergreen makes the sorbettos. I think I've featured a couple sorbettos here before. and their series, Cinderlands, local to Pittsburgh. This beer I've had for a little while, but it's because it's that damn special. It's called Highway Strawberry, STROBBERY, Tart Shake IPA. And gentlemen, this is perfect for brunch. This is a strawberry waffle Tart Shake IPA. And it is phenomenal. And in fact, legend over there, this is one of the first craft beers I ever gave him, and he was still a rookie at the time. Probably didn't appreciate it as much as he realized he would down the road.
Sin. It's a sin.
Yes, but this beer will probably never be released again. You get amazing tart strawberry flavor, and then you kind of get that maple waffle that goes with it, that balances it, that gives you brunch in a can here. The Highway Strawberry, Cinderlands, Evergreen coming together for an absolute beaut of a beer.
Ugh. Some about jealousy. Yikes. Well,
Legend, tell us what you're sipping on.
It's all me. So I got this wonderful Coors Light right here.
You are about, we can take you off of this right now.
Yeah, I was getting ready to hit end meeting right now.
The brunch was like, this was a mistake, is what this was.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. What I'm drinking here today is actually a fun housewarming gift. This is from the brew gentleman called Muchos Mahalos. This is it's a tropical wheat beer. It's got passion fruit, orange, and guava. I'm not a huge fan of wheat beers. Like anytime I think of wheat beer, I think of like Blue Moon, where it's just like, you got that like little hint of orange and the rest is just kind of like hazy beer. This isn't that. Like this gives me all of the guava, all of the dragon fruit, all of that. It gives me the orange too. For a wheat beer, it was great. Like I tasted it again, not a huge wheat beer fan. So I was a little hesitant when it came to wheat beer, but this got a 4.25 out of me on Untapped. It's thrilling. It's light enough. It's heavy enough. There we go. I had to get the click in there. I hope I got it, but that's what I got. It's wonderful.
Yeah. I think that's a beer that all of you other gentlemen would enjoy as well. Brew Gentleman does a great job. They do the 12 ounce can, which is also nice. You get a craft beer, 12 ounces. Sometimes it can be too much, too heavy. Yeah, that's a great pick for Bruce Day.
That beer is speaking my language. I mean, passion fruit, guava. Give me all the guava. I will drink any beer with guava. Give me all the guava.
And you got it too. It's right in there. It's smack dab in the middle. I'll tell you what I do wish I had for Brews Day though. I don't have it. And this is kind of a news story for you guys as well. I'm not sure if perhaps you've heard about this, but there is going to be a Mountain Dew alcohol nowadays. Pepsi is coming out with a Mountain Dew alcohol.
Yes.
City, educate us.
Yeah. So believe it or not, this is another, again, a story you think could be fake. It's 100% real. Alcoholic Mountain Dew coming your way. Pepsi and Sam Adams teaming up to give you hard Mountain Dew, hitting shelves early 2022. You can see the photo of it there. If you're watching with us on YouTube or on Facebook, you see the photo of the hard, zero sugar, mind you, which is the most mind-boggling thing out of all of this. Mountain Dew famous for giving you a lifetime supply of sugar in an entire bottle, but they're going to come out with this hard 5% ABV. I suppose we're going to call this a seltzer. It's basically what it is. It's going to be a malt beverage with zero sugar. And it looks like the flavors that they're going to deliver are whatever you call Mountain Dew, traditional, black cherry and watermelon appear to be in the lineup right now. Again, early 2022 Mountain Dew hard. Yeah. What do you boys think? What do you boys think of this? I mean, I know we just talked seltzers fall. This is another ballpark.
I mean, I'm a sucker for black cherry, but man, Mountain Dew alcohol just screams neckbeards and sailors. I mean, I just don't know. I want to try. I wouldn't mind trying the black cherry, but boy, I don't know. I feel like I'd have to do a binger of like a week's worth of Xbox and Doritos for this. I don't know. Maybe I'd try the black cherry. Don't tell Chris Gates, but he's right here. But I think I'd try the black cherry and be disappointed in myself afterwards.
Yeah, when I saw these, the first thing that came to mind was like, are they trying to do Four Loko? And then I saw 5% alcohol, and I realized, no, they're not trying to do Four Loko. But yeah, man, this is what I would certainly taste a few sips of this. I don't think I need to make an investment and buy like a pack of it.
There needs to be something said about, I understand that people our age are the ones that are in charge of things now, right? So you've got millennials and you've got like Gen Z, they are in charge of things now. You're taking away the creativity from college students, because my friend Hat, who listens to this podcast, had a drink called the Incredible Hat, and it was Captain Morgan and Mountain Dew. And I hit him up as soon as I saw this, because I was like, dude, this is the Incredible Hat. You have to sue. And like, I feel like there's some college kid right now who is 21 or younger, but let's say 21 just to be safe. And he can just go get Mountain Dew at the store. And instead of using that creativity, that good old fashioned American ingenuity that we're missing in this country today, and make his own Mountain Dew drink, make his own black cherry Mountain Dew drink or watermelon Mountain Dew drink. This is a problem. This is a problem. College students, this is going to affect the creativity and the ingenuity in this country. Mountain Dew, this is wrong.
I'm with you, dude. This takes me back to like we were talking about. Truly was putting out popsicles and like talking about slushies and stuff like that. And like I remember in Oakland going to the gas station because they had a slushie machine, and we thought it was like such a cool idea to go get the like the ices and then bring them back and like dump a little bit out and then pour, I don't know, hollers or whatever into it. And like you had a huge painful drink for like $1.50. And now, yeah, I'm with you, man. That's a great point.
I've got to piggyback off of Didi's thing here. I mean, so once you put it into those terms, I'm kind of on board. There were certain times over in Kent State University where I would enlist the help of a certain member of Brunch to get me vodka. And what we used to do is go to Rosie's and buy the old, I don't know if they still have the pop, but Vault. And we'd take down half of that and we'd pour in the vodka into the Vault, bottle, and it would become Vaultka. I miss Vaultka.
I love it.
This is not a good replacement for that. So I might pivot here. So
yeah. And a quick sidebar to that story, when I'd have to buy you bottom shelf vodka, I would say it was so bad it was under the bottom shelf. I'd have to lift the bottom shelf up and reach into the basement of the store to reach the vodka that he wanted. But I'm with you guys. I don't like this idea. Am I going to try it? You're damn right. You damn Skippy. There's Skippy again. A couple of Skippy references on this episode. But no, absolutely not.
I don't know. I just feel like I've spoken my piece. I have spoken. Speaking of killing things, there was a topic that I had read about, at least, that I was curious to pick your brains about. Miller Coors came out with a list of breweries that are dead at this point. They said RIP to these breweries and had a nice little list of them. I'm curious if you have the list. I don't have it in front of me. They listed off a couple breweries that should die, and I thought of a couple that I should add to it. I'm curious if you guys had seen that and thought of any breweries that should be added to that. killing off breweries.
Yes, here's the official release from Molson Coors. Milwaukee's Best Premium, Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor, Henry Weinhard's Private Reserve, Keystone Ice, Ham's Special Light, Key Lightful, whatever the bloody hell that is, Ice House Edge, Magnum, Miller High Life Light, Steel Reserve 211, and Old English HG 8000.
It's like, is that a printer? What the hell is that?
And I'm sorry, did you say Magnum? They're going to cancel Magnum?
Magnum.
Yeah.
Magnum. To add to
it's on the list.
the saucy name of this episode.
And I please tell you guys what Key Lightful is. Do you guys know what this is?
Oh, please.
I had to look it up, and now I do. Yeah, please tell us.
Key Lightful is Keystone Raspberry Lime Light Beer. That's what this is. Someone thought this was a good idea. It has a green dog on the front with sunglasses and the mountains, Rocky Mountains. Raspberry lime beer, Key Lightful.
It's clear a lot of these beers have been around for a very, very long time by their name. Key Lightful has not been around that long, and we've never heard of it, and it's already off. They're like, you know what? We gave it a shot. We didn't market it because we thought it would just work, and we have to kill it.
I feel like that is a prime selection for a sorority drinking night. The Key Light Raspberry, whatever. No, thank you.
Oh yeah.
But,
And then
yeah.
hashtag it Key Lightful.
Kill it.
So for this topic, this leads me to, not specific beers, but I think like just in general, people need to stay in their lane is my main thought here. I think that there are a lot of like Corona doesn't need to be doing what it's doing with Corona Premium, whatever it is. Like, nobody was not buying Corona because it had too many calories. Like nobody had a problem with, everybody was drinking it. So like a lot of and I'm the expert here on these low calorie beers. Okay. The majority of them don't need to exist. There's not like the people that would drink them would only be interested in them because they already drank the beer, but they already drank the beer. So you don't need to be making these other beers. And I know it's like the bigger beer, the companies going after the craft brews because craft brews are becoming such a big thing. But I feel like just we all need to stay in our lanes. That's my thought.
Yeah, amen to that. And some of these names, Keystone Ice, RIP to that one. Milwaukee's Best Premium, Chris, Wisconsin's favorite son. How many Milwaukee's Best Premiums have you had while in dairy country there?
There are not too many people upset with this one.
Interesting.
That's
not a lot of pushback. Not a lot of pushback.
Yeah. And I didn't know they made Miller High Life Light. I thought they called that Miller Light. So I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I always thought Magnum, you said Magnum was canceled. I always thought that was a condom, but I guess I'm not too up to date with these beers anymore.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I've got two breweries that should be on there. One, sorry, not sorry. Anheuser-Busch. Natty Light, gone. Bud Light, gone. Rolling Rock, gone. Bud Light seltzers are the only casualty in my eyes with that.
Okay, can we stop doing this podcast? Because here's the thing.
You took it too far there.
You took it too far.
You got to understand that Didi went to West Virginia. He's going to have a lot of opinions about it.
Listen, you took this too far when you mentioned Natty Light. You can mention any of the other ones because we all are professional adults with jobs and things. We can afford to pay for this beer that we all talk about so much. When you're in college, you can't do that. You need a cheap beer. You need a cheap keg. That's where Natty comes in. You need that in your life. It cannot go anywhere.
Keystone.
It's gone. Keystone Ice is on this list.
Is it the same as Keystone Light?
No, those
You're
are
asking
different.
the wrong person.
It's like 800 Keystones.
Well, you're not going to like my second one. My second one is Pabst.
Oh,
What?
that's the only beer that I can get on special at a lot of bars in Pittsburgh.
Dude,
I'm
Right.
not
As much as-
surprised.
Pabst tastes like trash, but I would still never kill it off.
I can't. That's
Yeah.
my vote.
Listen up, Coors Light, buddy.
What are
Miller
the-
Coors
the
should have taken the sword to
PBR?
themselves and said, "We're done with Coors Light. We're just not going to win the battle. We're done."
If they canceled that, I wouldn't be too mad. But what I would be mad about is that Molson Coors is one entity. So if you cancel Coors Light, you cancel Molson Canadian, and that's when I got a problem.
Can I also add that you need, regardless of age, like Didi just talked about how we're in a place in life where we can pay for better beers. Regardless of age, though, you need beer that you can play drinking games with. You know, like
right.
Yes.
if you're going to do a shotgun, you're not going to do it with chocolate chip pancake stuff. You need a natty light. You need that beer to just be able to put it down, you know, or if you're gonna play flip cup, like you don't care if it gets knocked over because it's natty, you know, that's so
I guess that's fair. Cause I'm sitting here thinking like Miller Lite, but back in college, like I'm not going to shell out $20, you know, for a 12 pack of Miller Lite.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair. I will take that and put it right here and just look at it for a while.
Let's move on before you make somebody else more
Yeah.
upset.
Think about the kids, man. Think about the
He
kids.
said, think about the kids.
Think about the kids.
Please, think about the kids.
Excuse me while I take a drink of my Muchos Mahalos here. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Steel City, who would you cancel?
On this, just in general, just
Here
out
we
of
go.
anybody
Well, no, not
besides
anybody.
your podcast.
I was going to say
Besides your podcast.
You cancel me before anything else, but we're talking beer here.
No, get rid of Coors Light. It's trash. Get rid of Coors Light. We don't need it. We have Miller Lite. We have Bud Light. We don't need three. We don't need three. So get the worst tasting one out. And for me, it's Coors Light.
I'll accept that.
Yeah, you have to.
But are you willing to forego? Because we've had some times, you and I, with Molson Canadian. Are you willing to let that go as well?
No, I think they'll hold on. I think they could hold on to it. I think they could pick one. I don't think there has to be both. Give me
All right,
one.
fair.
And
If you can cancel one, then I'm good with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll
Let's
dig
move
with
on
that.
to another topic. Before
We're gonna
somebody's
move on.
angry.
No, before I'm gonna be banned from brunch here pretty soon. I'll tell you this. Here's also what I know, and I've got a note here that says even German beers count, but I can't make that joke anymore because Chris brought one of the best beers ever to like Brews Day, so I can't say this. Give me your brewery or your beer of the year.
I'll give it to you straight up. Okay. From Wisconsin. I know this is a shocker. The best beer I've had this year is Naked Threesome from Ray's.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we
Ray's
go.
Grain Brewing in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And I've had a number of other brews from that brewery that have been absolutely delightful. So that's my brewery of the year and my beer of the year.
Like it.
Nice.
I mean, I told you guys already. That's why I brought it here today. To Palisades Pineapple, Golden Road Brewing. Golden Road is awesome. I love Golden Road, everything they do. And the Palisades Pineapple is just money. So that's my beer of the year for sure.
Sounds
That's
amazing.
a good one too. That's a
I
good
love
one.
Love that pick. For me, beer of the year, local Pittsburgh brewery, Hitchhiker came out with what they called the limited blend stout, brewed with crystal and dark malts, and it was conditioned on loads of peanut butter and their house coffee blend called Shakes, and it was out of this world. It was weird. I feel like it was like a summertime stout is when it came out not that long ago, and it was absolutely incredible. So mine's got to go to Hitchhiker for their limited blend stout. Beer of the year.
For me, it was a toss up. I mean, Hitchhiker for the brewery, probably for me, just for releasing Party in Bedrock, grocery store beer, all that stuff was good. But beer of the year, and it counts because they released it earlier this year too, was going to Cinderlands for the Pancake Galaxy Blueberry Pancake beer,
Nice.
the best beer I've ever had in my life. That's an easy one for me. Easy.
Okay. Well,
And why are you saying no?
Because it was released last year, but that's okay.
It was, but it was also released earlier this year, wasn't it?
But you've had it this year. Yeah, having it this year, that's fine. We'll let it slide.
I'll take that.
Easy,
Run,
Dan. Easy, Dan. It's
I know.
just
Get
like
me all
with music.
fired up on this. He's starting to take away Natty Light and all this stuff. We're talking Mountain Dew. Like, what's going on here?
This is what happens when I.
Yeah.
This is what happens when I hear a song that Dan heard 3 weeks before me, and then it's like I'm the bad guy. Okay.
Chris, I'm right there with you. You know how many times that's happened to me?
Yeah.
I say to Dan, I'm like, look at this. Listen to this song. He's like, yeah, that came out like 2 months ago.
Yeah,
I heard it like 6,000 times.
It's to the point where I've stopped getting mad at him. I'm just disappointed. That's basically where it's come with that. Yeah.
The reason he stopped getting mad at me is because I stopped bringing up songs.
Well, one day Chris mentioned it, and you have to live by this. Like, it's what you're listening to, not what Dan's listening to.
That's right.
So that's what it is. Like, do not worry about his opinion.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. And Jenkins, it's what you're drinking, Mr.
Yes.
Legend. It's what you tried this year. It's not what Dan tried last year.
Exactly.
This became a wonderful session. I'm going to fire my therapist. It's great.
Yeah. I don't know how this has turned on me so quickly. Let's get to our last topic before we run out of time.
All right. So for the last topic here, and once again, thanks guys so much for doing this. All joking aside, the Midsummer's Brew was a lot of fun with you guys. Always love listening to you guys. The Legend is a huge fan of the Brunch Breakdown, as are all the OGs. So thank you again for doing this with me. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude.
The last topic, I love it. My last topic for you guys is I want to know what you're suggesting. And if you want to do just a type of beer, that's fine. But if you have a beer, as I said before, this is an encyclopedia of craft beer for all of our fans here. Give us a rundown of what the season should be. I'm getting fall, winter, summer, spring. Give me either your beer of choice per season or type of beer per season. Whoever wants it, take it away.
All right, let's start with summer. We'll go around the room, around the horn with summer first, since that's what we're in right now.
Like
easy.
it.
Pacifico is the beer of summer. Pacifico is the king. If you want to go off the little board a little bit, and something that I wouldn't naturally pick, Platform released a juiced shandy variety pack this summer with 3 flavors: blood orange passion fruit, pineapple mango, and raspberry pomelo. So all
Could you give Didi the web URL and the address?
Please.
Yeah. So the juiced shandy variety pack from Platform, filled with summer beers. You got to love the sours. You got to love the gozas in the summer. That's what I got.
Like that. I'm in the summer. That's the best time, I think, to be trying IPAs. For me, I like the citrus IPAs personally. I think that's the best. Anything like, we've talked about it. Throw some guava in there. I'm going to drink it in the summer. So fruity IPA, stuff like that. But I will say, like, at the same time, while drinking a lot of craft beer, we need to respect beers of the summer that are widely available. Dan mentioned Pacifico, also the OG Corona. Like, there's something special about getting that first case of Corona in the summer and cutting up a lime, putting it in there and kicking back. That's fun. That's just fun.
I don't think anybody reveled in getting the first case of Corona in the summer.
What?
I am with person did.
Dude, I revel in that moment when you pop open that. No, it's like it's any Mexican lager like that, like Pacifico, Corona, whatever it is in the summer. It just feels right. That's for summer for sure.
No, I agree. I just think that the Corona was a double-edged sword right there. I'm bringing that back here. So that was the. For me, I'm sorry. I'm taking it way back. I'm going for the summer. I'm thinking how hot it is outside. I'm thinking pool time. I'm thinking truly black cherry seltzer. Sorry. That's going to be my go-to for the summer.
Not mad at that.
So let's go to fall.
I'm glad we got that one out of the way.
Yeah, let's go to fall, shall we? Easy. Southern Tier Pumpkin. There isn't a better pumpkin beer on the planet. It's the easy choice. And they have the varieties: the cold brew coffee pumpkin, the rum barrel aged, the Warlock. any of the pumpkins from Southern Tier. Can't go wrong. Perfect for the fall.
I'm a big fan of just Oktoberfest generally. That genre of beer. I don't know that I have a favorite, but there's a very small period of time where I'm into that. It's just not like the whole fall, but it's tough to say when, but it's just like, the moment when it's like, yeah, I gotta pick up some. And I also, once again, widely available beers. And this is very specific to Chris Gates. Falls for tailgating, and there's nothing wrong with having some Yingling on deck. Okay. Because you need that at the tailgate. Yeah. We'll just leave it there.
Oh, Didi, help us out.
Honestly, with fall, all I could think about was like tailgating and concerts and things that we'll be doing, hopefully doing this year in the fall. And you're kind of stuck with whatever beer is there. And so I was just like thinking of kind of hoping that it's not Bud heavy, like that's really what you hope when you go to a tailgate. Like if you're not throwing it, you got to hope that person has at least something that's decent. So like, I'm just thinking of just fall it's not freezing out yet. So you're not just like trying to, chug alcohol to be warm, like you're still enjoying it. So like I think about just some decent beers. It doesn't matter what it is, just something that's like good enough, because it's not up to you what you're having.
That's a good statement right there.
That's good too. My pick was the Southern Tier pumpkin and all of its wondrousness, so I have to pivot here. I'm going to go with Star Crumb pumpkin pie. I believe that's from Cinderland.
Correct.
Cinderlands. It just tastes like pumpkin pie as a beer. It's got the thickness of it. It's got the sweet pumpkin taste to it. You can't turn that one down for me. So if you're not drinking pumpkin, you're going Star Crumb pumpkin pie.
I like it. And an honorable mention platform once again, variety pack that they sell at the Yammy line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yammy, regular, candied pecan. They got caramel apple this year. S'mores, tremendous. What's the next season? That's going to take us into winter, correct? Stout season, getting a little heavier here. Okay. I got a couple specific ones. Nitros, you can't go wrong with a nitro in the wintertime, heavy stouts, but Rusty Rail, luminous. It's a golden stout with white chocolate and macadamia. And it is one of the best beers I've ever had. Perfect for winter and the holiday season. Also for people in Western Pennsylvania. Abjuration makes a phenomenal dark chocolate milkshake ale. I've never tasted dark chocolate in a beer like I have this before. This is what I want to be having when I'm packing the pounds on, and whether it's turkey time or ham time, whatever it is, whatever holiday it is, packing them on with the cookies. That's a good beer season right there, winter.
And you should drink some hams while you eat ham.
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 Did you say ham?
Ham.
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 Here's one. I have a very specific one for winter. I tried this past year. Fatheads it's called Pimp My Sleigh. It's a Belgian style Christmas ale. And like, I think I mentioned this on Brews Day back in the day around Christmas. Like if you're going to the Christmas party and you're going to be there with like a lot of family that annoys the shit out of you, this is 10.5 ABV. Okay. This is right up your alley. I also want to mention that the beer I'm drinking right now, just realized that it is 9% and I'm feeling it right now. So let's keep going.
Let's extended cut. Let's go.
Surprise.
I love it. Well, this is probably going to seem really basic to you beer lovers, but like, I love Sam Winter.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
I love Sam Winter. I love it so much. Like, I don't really like the rest of the Sam seasonal, Sam summer and all that, but Sam Winter has always been super good to me. And so like, when we're thinking about these specific, seasonal beers, it's like, they just make a really, really good winter beer. I just love Sam Winter.
That's a great point. Sam Winter and Sam Oktoberfest are are great. The other two, Porch Rocker in summer, not too much, but those two you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
No, the Sam's winner it's so good. For me, it's going to be a split between the grocery store beer from Hitchhiker, which if you can get it in the winter, if they release it, it tastes like a Butterfinger. It's a dark beer. It's heavy. It feels great. But for something by the fire during the winter, I'm going Penn Brewery, the Nut Roll Ale. It's so good. If you've never had the Nut Roll Ale from Penn Brewery, I suggest you check it out. It tastes like Nut Roll Ale. So
it's amazing.
It's great.
It's
great.
I've had that before. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good pick. Really good pick. All right, that leaves us one season to go, right? Spring, kind of a weird time. It's more of transitional more than anything. Couple that I picked out. I mentioned Evergreen, the collaboration with the beer I have here today. They do the Sorbetto series. That's a great time to be having those like more mild sours that have a lot of fruit, getting you ramped up for summer. So you can't go really wrong with the Sorbetto series. The Hitchhiker bottle service. Chris, I think you featured that here before. A great brunch beer, a great, let's spring into that, the citrus, the orange, you get that flavor again. But I'm going to go with the Daniel Dudley special spring blood orange IPAs, baby. You can't go wrong. That's like, okay, we're getting it back together. You're getting out of the stouts, but you go into the IPAs and you get the blood orange. It's got that spring sensation to it. So you can't go wrong with any of those for the spring season.
I like that. On that note, the one I tried last week, the Big O blood orange IPA, I think Sweetwater out of Charlotte, very, very good. Oddly enough, this is a widely available beer, I'm pretty sure, but I always seem to spring is kind of the first time of year where I feel like, okay, we can get back into trying some IPAs, which I love. And one of the first IPAs I ever had and loved was Dogfish Head, the 60-minute and 90-minute. I really love that beer. That's one I kind of gravitate back to and like to have myself a few of those in the springtime. Don't get the 120-minute though. I'm telling you that right now. That is like 20% alcohol. And I had one of those at a tailgate one year and learned the hard way. Okay. So
danger.
Drink responsibly. Drink responsibly.
Dude, Dogfish Head just makes me think of the South Side. What's the bar that's right next to the Tiki Lounge? That one that has all the.
It's not Jimmy D's.
It has all the
Smoke
beer.
and
It's right
Joe's.
on the corner. There you go.
Yeah, that's
Smoke and
Smoking
Joe's.
Joe's on the corner.
Yeah, I just remember always getting Dogfish Head there. Just reminds me of that. So for spring, for me, Ballast Point. Shouts to my people in San Diego. Ballast Point grapefruit and Ballast Point pineapple are two of the best beers in the world to me. And that spring feeling and like what you guys are saying, it's kind of like those first moments when the weather starts to get like a little bit nice and you're outside for a little bit longer. And it's like those beers just like remind me of that time. So yeah, Ballast Point, grapefruit, pineapple. You really can't go wrong with Ballast Point. I freaking love Ballast Point. Spring. Yeah.
Didi, Ballast Point has one of the coolest labels I've seen. That's the one with like the crazy looking fish on the front of the bottles, right? I saw that for the first time when I was bartending like years ago, and thought about just wanted to try it out. It was good. It was decent. Like Ballast Point does it right. I think that was the Sculpin, right? Am I thinking of that right?
Yeah, the Sculpin is like their most popular thing. Like it's yeah.
It was really good. For me, for spring, there's only two words that comes to my mind, and that is the Kapow Candy. The Kapow Candy series from Grist House. They've got a whole bunch of different flavors that come out in that series. It's fruit, it's tart, it's sour, it's good. It's good enough for a spring fling. It is good enough for a spring dive in the pool to test it out for the summer. I'm telling you, Kapow Candy is where to go for the spring. Then it's not the summer. So Kapow Candy series from Grist House. Oh yeah,
that's a good series. That'll get you ramped up for summer, no doubt. I like it.
That'll do it for me. That's going to about wrap it up for me. Unless you guys got anything else you want to talk about as far as beers go.
I don't think so. I need to.
The fact that Chris is drinking a 9%.
Boys,
He said, boys.
I have a daughter that I have to put to bed after this episode, and it's about to get interesting. Okay.
Add that to the hard parts about parenting also.
Right.
Fair
When
enough.
you accidentally drink a 9% ABV when you're podcasting with your friends right before bedtime. That is
We better wrap it up for the parents' sake here. Again, guys, thank you so much for doing this. This was a lovely time. I know the OGs are really going to love it. I hope that the guests of Brunch are really going to like this. A lot of props up to you guys. Thank you so much for doing this. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
This was super fun.
Yeah,
Cool.
Legend. Thank you, man. Thanks for the idea. Really appreciate it. Thanks for joining us here at the table, and thanks to your listeners and our listeners as well. Thanks for sticking around. We had a lot that we wanted to cover. Maybe we went a little long, but it was fun. We look forward to doing this again sometime in the future.
Absolutely. This has been fun. We always like to talk beer, but for now, I'm the Legend. I'm getting out of here. Brunch boys, thanks again. I'm out of here.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.